Zach Taylor, the second youngest coach in the entire league, as they head to Seattle to take on the oldest coach in the league, Pete Carroll of the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the games in progress. But first, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by are the guys in the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
They'll look to throw now on first down to Mixon on the check down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his man, Boyd. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Cut. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Looking to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson, and he whips that one incomplete there. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Wilson, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. One plus. Mike, 19. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go. Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Green 80.
55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Good touch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Alert.
Again, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
55. Hey, eat. Check tight end.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go. Sit up. 56 to Mike. Now. 56 to Mike. They can't hang with us.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Plays to win. Let's go. Down. 60
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
36 power.
Watch the slant. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. Buzz. I got one. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Wilson now on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So we are at half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You got tight. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. True complete.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Complete to Dorsett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 5. Pass incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
We got this.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
8, read.
Check 56. Strip the ball. Strip clear. 56 a minute.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, baby.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
4 down. Check.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Here the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Watch the out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Let's go!
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I'm here all day. Under 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Check 50. Check 50.
Alert.
Again, Wilson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing again here. Wilson sliding out of the... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I'm coming out. Fresno.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Nice, sweetheart.
Got it. Hey, Mike 51.
Zoom. Block me. You can't block me.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football